Hello everyone, I'm Ji-hee Lee from Hanyang Administrative Affairs Office, a licensed administrative agent, known in Korea as a 행정사. We specialize in helping foreigners obtain visas, make investments, and establish businesses in Korea. Our office is officially registered with the Korean Immigration Office and is authorized to represent clients in immigration and administrative procedures on their behalf. This is the second video in our F2 Residence Visa Complete Guide series. Today's topic is the Long-Term Resident Settlement Track, F-2-99. If you haven't seen the first video yet, I'd recommend watching the Top Talent and Advanced Technology Professionals track episode first, as it will help you understand the overall structure of the F-2 visa. Today's F-2-99 doesn't ask about your credentials or your capital. The core idea is to provide a stepping stone toward permanent residency for foreign nationals who have already put down roots in Korean society and have been living and working here lawfully over a long period of time. If you've been working and living in Korea for many years, this video is especially for you. Category 2. Long-Term Resident Settlement Track. This track exists to support the settlement of foreign nationals who have been residing in Korea for a long time. Currently, the only subtype in this category is F-2-99, also known as Other Long-Term Residents. F-2-99, Other Long-Term Residents. As a note on history, the F-2-6 Skilled Resident status, which was designed for foreign workers in manufacturing and similar industries, was abolished on October 1, 2019. Holders of that status have since been reclassified to F-2-99 by official correction. The F-2-99 targets foreign nationals who have the Korean language ability and a stable level of assets and income to be considered fully integrated into Korean society and economically self-sufficient. The kind of person who has been living here for a long time, doing everything by the book. Basic residency requirements. You must have maintained lawful status of stay, excluding A1 through A3 diplomatic and agreement statuses, for at least 5 consecutive years, with your primary life base in Korea. Temporary accommodations, such as goshiwon rooms or motels, do not qualify. You need a residential address where you can realistically be said to have established long-term residency in the ordinary sense. Completion of Social Integration Program Stage 4 or above is required as the basic competency standard. Conduct requirements. The conduct requirements are also quite strict. Within 5 years of the application date, any sentence of imprisonment or above, including suspended sentences, is a negative factor in review. Violations of the Immigration Act 3 or more times within 3 years, totaling 5 million Korean won or more in fine notices, or a criminal fine of 3 million Korean won or more within 3 years, will all count against you in the assessment. If you have a minor violation history, you will be required to complete a law-abiding citizen education program. If you fall under the law-abiding citizen education requirement, you must complete the 3-hour education session before your next extension, starting from your first extension application. From the second extension onward, you'll only need to complete it again if a new violation is detected. Applications can be made online through the Social Integration Information Network. Income and asset requirements. Income and asset verification is the core of this status and the hardest part to meet. Unlike the Top Talent track, this status does not allow combining your spouse's income with yours. Only your own economic self-sufficiency is assessed, and it's assessed strictly. Annual income requirement. Your own annual income from the previous year must be at least 40 million Korean won. Your spouse's income cannot be combined. Asset requirement. You must own assets of at least 20 million Korean won in your own name. Only financial assets, such as savings and deposits, maintained for at least 6 months, and net real estate value after deducting loans are counted. The point here is that simply completing 5 years of stay does not automatically grant you eligibility. Please keep that in mind. Family invitation. You may bring your legal spouse, provided the marriage is genuine, and minor children, for whom you hold parental rights and custody, under the F-3-18 accompanying spouse or child status. However, if those family members wish to work, they must either obtain separate permission to engage in activities outside their status of stay or switch to a different visa. Unlike the Top Talent track, family members are not automatically entitled to work. This is an important distinction. Scope of activities. There's also something important to know about what you're actually allowed to do with this status. Holding F-2-99 does not mean you can freely engage in any activity. you must continue working in the same field as the status you held immediately before transitioning to F-2-99. Only on that condition can you engage in employment without separate permission, and only then will your stay be eligible for extension. For example, if you transitioned from E2 conversation instruction status to F-2-99, you must continue working as a conversation instructor. Under that condition, you are free to take on other types of work as well, except for restricted fields like entertainment venues, without additional permission. But if you stop that original work and want to switch entirely to a different occupation, you'll need to obtain separate permission to engage in activities outside your status of stay. Here's a brief overview of the required documents. Basic documents include the application form, passport, alien registration card, one photograph, the application fee, and proof of address. The address proof must be a document that objectively demonstrates you are actually living at a registered address, such as a lease agreement, a certificate of accommodation provision, or a utility payment receipt. You'll also need a certificate of income amount to prove the income requirement, and either a bank balance certificate or a property registry extract to prove the asset requirement. That wraps up the second category in our F2 series, the long-term resident settlement track, F-2-99. To recap, F-2-99 requires you to prove on your own, without your spouse's help, that you earn at least 40 million Korean won per year and own at least 20 million Korean won in assets. You also need to continue working in your original occupational field for your stay to be extended. This is a very conservative and demanding form of resident status. If F-2-99 is your goal, start working on your income, assets, and Korean language ability now. It takes long-term planning. In the next video, we'll be covering the third category, the capital attraction and economic revitalization track, including F-2-5, the F-2-8 series, and the F-2-10 series. Immigration laws and ministerial notifications in Korea are subject to change at any time, and the visa process is complex and strict. Having your application handled by an experienced, licensed administrative agent is the most efficient way to save both time and money. So before you apply, make sure to verify the latest requirements with a qualified professional. Please subscribe and like this channel, and get the latest free visa guides from licensed administrative agents registered as Immigration Civil Affairs representatives delivered to you quickly. Thank you.